49%, 44%, a 5% up again. So what HBS is doing, the double engine is actually working on ground and people are seeing the results of the delivery. And that's why perhaps the confidence in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership along with what's happening in the state. And let's look at Chhattisgarh, a 6% up in Chhattisgarh. Massive change or reversals for the fortunes in the Congress and also for the BJP, the results that were turned out in the Vidhan Sabha, and of course the leadership changes that were brought about within the BJP itself. And that means that the beneficiaries on ground, the Labhartis, are turning back and saying confidence in Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So ladies and gentlemen, overall, what this means is that the BJP and the NDA come to a historic number of 411. 411 is the historic number, ladies and gentlemen. The final projections, 411 is the historic number. And keep an eye on this number, because this number, if this is crossed, it could make history. 414 is another number which is marked and etched in history. If the BJP and the NDA get to 415, it will be a record of sorts overall in Bharat's political history. Can they do that? We have to make sure. We have to wait and watch. But 400 par, which seemingly looked impossible, now looks possible. And as we leave you with this food for thought, ladies and gentlemen, if this is the delivery, if this is the marker on the News18 mega opinion poll with what's happening on ground and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's aggressive campaigning, could this become reality? Thank you for watching.
इक्कीसवीं सदी भारत की सदी है। 125 करोड़ देशवासियों के परिश्रम के बल पर भारत फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग मेजर इकोनॉमी बन गया।
10 वर्षों में हमने अपनी अर्थव्यवस्था में $2 ट्रिलियन और जोड़ दिया।
मुझे पूरा विश्वास है भारत पूरी दुनिया के सामने एक मिसाल बनकर के उभरेगा।
Watch PM Modi share his thoughts on Dream Sports presents News 18 Rising Bharat Summit in partnership with Hindustan Times, 19th and 20th March, only on News 18 Network.
Very good evening. You're watching Brass Tacks with me, Akanksha Swaroop. Now, BRS leader and daughter of former Telangana Chief Minister K Chandrashekar Rao, K Kavita, was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate in a money laundering case today linked to the Delhi liquor policy probe. This after hours of raids at her Hyderabad residence today. In fact, Kavita is being brought to Delhi for further questioning in just a while from now. It should be noted that K Kavita's arrest has happened hours after the Enforcement Directorate and income tax officials conducted searches at her Hyderabad residence, triggering protests from BRS supporters. Kavita's brother and former Telangana Minister K Rao reached Kavita's residence after ED officials reportedly took Kavita into custody. Now, it should be noted that this is the third high-profile arrest after Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh, both from the Aam Aadmi Party, are already in jail. Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is also being probed in connection with the same case, and Kejriwal has in fact skipped all recent summons by the Enforcement Directorate. Needless to say, today's arrest of K Kavita also stands out because of its timing. At a time when Prime Minister Modi is in Telangana and on the eve of the Election Commission's much-awaited announcement of the Lok Sabha election dates. With opposition resorting to the classic allegation that the government at the centre is misusing central agencies, the big burning question we are posing tonight is on ED's arrest of K Kavita. Is it probe or persecution?
You have given an undertaking in Supreme Court and now you're violating it. You're in serious trouble.
note, let me also break down for you why is K Kavita in the hot seat. Here's an overview of the Enforcement Directorate's case against K Kavita. Of course, the name cropped up in a statement by arrested businessman Amit Arora. That name, do remember. Now, ED has also claimed that K Kavita was a key member of the South Group. What is the South Group? Well, it allegedly paid 100 crores in kickbacks to Aam Aadmi Party via Vijay Nair. Now, the ED has claimed that South Group run by Sarath Reddy, K Kavita and YSRCP MP MS Reddy as well. The ED has also said that K Kavita changed her mobile phones 6 times during the entire probe. The ED has also claimed that digital evidence was destroyed to hamper the investigation as well. And with that, let me now introduce our esteemed panelists who will be debating the big question today. I'm joined in by Sanju Verma, who's the national spokesperson of the BJP. I'm also joined in by Shekhar Iyer, who's a senior journalist, Ravula Sridhar Reddy, who's a spokesperson of the BRS, even Mohan Kumar Kumar Mangalam, I beg your apology. Now, he's a spokesperson of the Congress party. Now, in fact, let me open the question to Sanju first. Sanju, the big allegation that is coming in is, of course, the most classic argument that we hear from the opposition these days is that the central agencies have been unleashed on them by the government at the center only to stifle the voice of the opposition.
Akanksha, I have a couple of points to make, which completely nails the bunch of lies being peddled by the opposition so rapidly and brazenly at that. First and foremost, let's take the case of, K Kavita, because she's been in the news in the last couple of hours for the wrong reasons. The first summon by the Enforcement Directorate was sent to K Kavita way back in December 2022. Repeatedly, on some or the other pretext, she's failed to comply with the ED summons. She even went to the Supreme Court to have the investigation in the liquor scam pertaining to her be quashed. But the Supreme Court very categorically said nothing doing. The investigation in liquor scam will continue. You have to stand trial. She also went to the Supreme Court anticipating arrest, pleading that there be a stay on her arrest. Even the stay on her arrest, the Supreme Court said nothing doing. If the Enforcement Directorate decides that you will be arrested, let that be the case based on a thorough and impartial investigation. Now, what has happened? I always say very quickly, in any criminal investigation, there are 3 things which are very relevant, Akansha.
All right.
One, malafide intent. 2, proceeds of crime. And 3, a money trail. Now, when Manish Sisodia, Satyendra Jain and Sanjay Singh were put in the lockup and their bail plea denied repeatedly by the Supreme Court, it categorically said that a money trail of rupees 338 crore has been established. The malafide intent and proceeds of crime against K Kavita, now that comes into the picture because of 2 people. One, Arun Ramchandra Pillai. He has been a close confidant of K Kavita for the longest time, and he's been singing like a canary in the custody of the Enforcement Directorate. The other is Bacchi Babu Gorantala, who was the chartered accountant of K Kavita and used to be a front for all her Benami transactions. He's also been in the custody of the probe agencies for the last 9 or 10 months. Now, these 2 people are akin to witnesses. You have a witness, you have proceeds of crime, you have a malafide intent, and you still claim that the Modi government is, engaging in vendetta politics. What are you smoking?
All right, Shekhar, Sanju's made some very significant points. The question, of course, remains, what are those Aam Aadmi Party leaders doing behind bars if there is no case over here? Let's not forget that we are talking about PMLA.
Yeah, indeed, Kavita's arrest was expected even before the Telangana Assembly elections. In fact, Congress had then made allegations that the whole thing had been delayed to help KCR. It did not happen because of the elections. And today, it is the BRS leaders like KT Ramarao who are accusing the center, saying that this is actually, the government is not going after the Congress leaders. Rather, they are targeting us. So, and suggesting that Congress and BJP are together to finish BRS.
Well, till some days ago, it was that the BRS and BJP are together. And now, obviously, as you highlighted, the attention shifted to Congress and the BJP, which, of course, seems like pigs are already flying. On that note, in fact, I'm now joined in by Mr. Ravula Sridhar Reddy, who is the spokesperson for the BRS. Mr. Reddy, first of all, if I could come to you, why are there murmurs that what the ED today has done is against law because there was a stay on K Kavitha's arrest, which is a big lie, because we all know that Mr. Mohit Rao has in fact gone on to allege that there was a stay and this is illegitimate, this should not have happened.
Yeah, there is a protection on the arrest and the matter is sub judice. Today, the Honorable Court has posted this case to 19th for the appeal which we made.
Mr. Reddy, let me correct you over there. From what sources have told, CNN News 18, our reporters on ground have been covering the story very closely. And this is a correction I would like to make. There has been no stay on that arrest.
Yes, exactly.
See, I mean, the matter is sub judice. That's what I'm trying to say. She made an appeal to Honorable Supreme Court that all the activities of the ED has to be stayed. And the court has posted this case on 19th.
So that's an appeal that's been made, but it's not
Even
that
before,
the court has pronounced a stay.
Even before the court verdict come out, what is so urgency? I mean, exactly when the Prime Minister is in Hyderabad, and exactly when the general election schedule is to be announced tomorrow, and this activity has taken place, they have arrested her. And look at the timing. And this is the clear case of political vixen and political vendetta. They wanted to intimidate us. They wanted to weaken BRS party. They wanted to, take a political advantage and gain in the forthcoming parliament elections in Telangana. I mean, even in the past, in the last visit of Narendra Modi ji, there was a clear threat. Mamla bahut rangeen ho jayega. So there was a threat, and you can see the activity following to it. And we have asked for the time, and it is the arrest is completely against the provisions of law and unconstitutional. We condemn the arrest, and BRS is going to protest this.
All right, Sanju, if I could come to you on this, you heard what Mr. Reddy is saying. There's, of course, one question that's plaguing everyone is that how come Arvind Kejriwal has managed to dodge those summons over more than half a dozen times and K Kavitha Reddy is already under arrest?
I don't want to trivialize this very engaging debate by you, Akanksha, by saying that Kejriwal ka number bhi aayega, because that is, par for the course, and it's so easy for me to say that. But I will, rebut the allegations of Mr. Ravula Reddy. If you remember, Akanksha, in July 2022, there were 241 petitions against the Enforcement Directorate's supposed authoritarian behavior, and all these 241 petitions were by the other side, the opposition and its acolytes.
But Sanju, that argument's also becoming passé now, don't you think so?
No, I'll just quickly tell you, there were two very important observations made by the three-judge bench of Justice C.T. Ravi Kumar, Justice Khandilkar and Justice Dinesh Maheshwari. And it's important for your audience to know this. The Enforcement Directorate has been called, this is a handmaiden of the Modi government. This is an acolyte of the Modi government. This is a retainer of the Modi government. The Enforcement Directorate has been lampooned viciously. What did the court say? The three-judge bench of the Supreme Court, Akanksha, said two very important things. It said, while the PMLA Act of 2002 and the amended PMLA Act of 2005, under Section 50 of the PMLA Act, the Enforcement Directorate is well within its rights to summon anyone it chooses to do so in an ongoing investigation, even if the concerned entity is not a party to the case. But the second very important, pronouncement by the Supreme Court was, while Section 19, while Section 19 of the PMLA, the Enforcement Directorate can make a suo moto arrest even without a warrant, and that was upheld by Justice C.J.
All right, point taken. I'm glad you brought those facts on record. Sanju, Mohan Kumar Mangalam, first of all, thank you for very patiently awaiting your turn. Rumors that have finally been laid to rest, of course, is that your party is not in cahoots with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Having said that, We've also heard political analysts and in fact some members of the BRS go on to say that the BJP is doing this only to eliminate BRS so that there's a direct contest between the Congress party and the BJP. I'd like your response.
No, there may be some merit to that. I mean, the BRS is party number 2, BJP is party number 3. But, just a couple of things. One, I think there was protection against arrest of Kavita in the Supreme Court, but that expired on the 13th of March. I'm not sure what happened on the hearing of 13th of March. I know Sanjay Singh's bail plea is up on March 19th, and on the 13th, Mr. Sisodia's bail plea was denied. I think the bigger issue here is, and Sanju pointed out to some of those provisions, but it's true that these provisions of PMLA are fairly draconian. I mean, there's no trial here that started, and this pre-trial detention can last forever. In fact, in this particular case, the Supreme Court itself observed in, I think it was October 2023, the Supreme Court told both the CBI and ED that they cannot keep Mr. Manish Sisodia, who was a former deputy CM, in jail for an indefinite period of time. And at that point of time, the ASG who was representing the two agencies, Mr. C.B. Raju, said that the trial would start as soon as possible and, in due course, and there was just one more step left of CRPC to take care of. But here we are, and it's still not under trial. A lot of charge sheets have been filed in 2023. Really, I think both the agencies, under PMLA, I know you can keep them incarcerated for as long as you want, but there are limits to this. Why is it taking so long to get through this investigation, and why is it taking so long? All
right, I think Sanju wants to come back to that because yes, Sanju, that's a very valid question, pertinent one, considering this is an investigation which has not just happened overnight. We've seen it take place, it goes back to 2 years.
Mohan Kumar Mangalam made a very interesting point. I will elaborate on that, though I disagree with him. This, and I've been in a couple of debates where what the BRS spokespeople have been saying, Akanksha, is that since the matter is sub judice, legally to arrest K. Kavita is not legally tenable. It is not legally something that will stand scrutiny if the matter goes to the apex court. Now, I will read out what the apex court said both in April 2023 and in July 2022. The apex court said that Section 3 is a continuing offence. When it talks about Section 3, it talks about money laundering, which is what K. Kavita is accused of. Section 3 is a continuing offence, irrespective of time at which the predicate offence is included in the schedule of offences. So basically what the court is saying is that the money laundering offence is a standalone offence under the PMLA, and hence, if the probe agencies believe that during the sub judice period a detention is required, then they are well within their right to detain the accused entity, in this case K. Kavita, though her matter has not been fully heard and she's still sub judice under trial. So that is one point. But the second point, which people are not talking about, please remember that what is the South group or the South cartel? Because I always say that, you can get into legal semantics. See, you can argue till the cows come home. The legal semantics is one part of it. But I will just, for the sake of your audience, in a layman language, what did K. Kavita do? Along with Arun Ramchandra Pillai, along with Abhishek Boinpalli, along with her ex-chartered accountant, Bachchi Babu Gurantala, along with YSRCP MP M. Srinivasulu Reddy and his son Raghuva Maganta, and along with T. Sarath Chandra Reddy of Aurobindo Pharma. These half a dozen people, what did they do? At the behest of K. Kavita, they took a 32.5% stake in a company called Indo Spirit. And to get this 32.5% stake, earlier, K. Kavita, through her CA, Bachchi Babu Gorantala, had given 200 crore as bribe money, which was routed through Vijay Nair. So that is the whole manner in which, you give a bribe, you take 32.5% stake in a company, and then you try and claim the moral high ground, whereas you have tried to legitimize your kickback by taking stake in a company to the tune of 32.5%.
Right. Sanju, while I do agree with you, we still don't know the facts entirely. This is a matter that's sub judice. But having said that, I am going to take those points very much. I'm going to take them up with Mr. R.S. Reddy. Mr. Reddy, one prime concrete reason for bringing Ms. Kavita over to the national capital is only so that she can be confronted with all these witnesses. In fact, when you talk about an Arun Pillai or even a Vijay Nair, for all you know, they'll be confronted. But all those names that have just been mentioned by Sanju, how do you respond to those allegations that are currently there?
No, she would have been given summons. Why do arrest? Number one, if she has to be confronted with the other accused or other witnesses in Delhi itself, she would have been asked the same. Number one. Number two, Sanjuji was saying that if the probe agencies believe in the case, that if they get convinced that something wrong happened, they can arrest even during the matter is sub judice. Why this is not in the case of other leaders who have joined BJP facing the same kind of allegations? Why they go scot-free? Why the probe agencies are calm and silent on their issues? Why only on the political opponents? Number three, these are all allegations. There are no money trials. There is no cash found. All the losses are imaginary. Supposing if you say today it is 10 rupees, tomorrow it is 15 rupees, so you have lost. This is purely an imaginary loss which they are actually projecting. This is a fabricated case purely out of political vendetta. Who are all accused in this case? Only the political opponents, AAP, or BRS party, or few belongs to ISRCP, who are not completely with BJP. And in some other cases, like in Bengal and other areas.
All right.
So
Let's not digress. Let's not digress. Sanju has, she wants to come back to what you just said. Sanju, I give you 30 seconds.
Thank you. I just have one simple rebuttal to Mr. Ravula Reddy of BRS. If what you are saying is true, that money trail hai hi nahi, malafide intent hai hi nahi, proceeds of crime hai hi nahi, please tell me, why has the Supreme Court repeatedly denied Kavita any relief, saying that she has to face trial? She went pleading, saying, please put a stay on my arrest, but the Supreme Court said there will be no stay on your arrest despite this being an ongoing investigation. Are you telling me the Supreme Court does not know the law of the land? And 1 minute, please, I heard you. I started at the very onset saying the Supreme Court has said tentatively 338 crore worth of money trail is established. K Kavita has given bribes to the tune of 200 crore. K Kavita has legitimized those bribes by taking a 32.5% stake in a company called Indo-Spirit, which itself is under the scanner for engaging in nefarious dealings. So there is a money trail, there is a proceed of crime, there is a malafide intent you do not wish to believe. Please feel free to do so and please live in La La Land.
All right, Mr. Reddy, if you'd like to come up with a rebuttal to whatever Sanju's just said.
See, I repeat, these are all allegations. No money found anywhere. Everything is on paper. Numbers are imaginary. Losses are imaginary. That's what I'm trying to say.
If everything was imaginary, then you would not have a Sanjay Singh or a Manish Sisodia behind bars. You never know who's going to be next, including the Delhi Chief Minister. So let's not use the word imaginary over here. No. Nobody uses the PMLA on imaginary figures, on imaginary cases. I beg to differ, sir. Do not disrespect the central agencies of the nation by using terms like imaginary.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that, Akanksha. Thank you for saying that.
But for political opponents or leaders from opposition parties, no one in the ruling party today, right from Mr. CM Ramesh, former MP, Sujana Chowdhury, former MP, many other leaders joined BJP, were not arrested in such cases, though there were money laundering cases.
You go to the
their
Supreme
MPs
Court.
have actually made allegations. Number one. Number two.
You drag them to the Supreme Court.
Wait a second.
When you say that, Mr. Reddy, you are either questioning the opposition's own integrity to approach the apex court or the apex court itself. Who are you questioning? Your own integrity as the opposition to not be taking the party at the center to the apex court.
The apex court admitted the case or hearing or appeal to give a direction to stop the activities of ED with the wrong intention on Kavita ji, and the case is posted on 19th. What is so urgent? Are we running away from the country or what? We have been cooperating in the case with all the probe agencies concerned. When CBI came to inquire her, she cooperated. We have answered all the summons given by ED. So why now? I want
Can
to
I
be-
answer
Why
that?
not now? I want to know from you, Mr. Reddy,
Timing
why
of
not
the
now? If there's nothing to hide, then why not
when
now?
the elections are and election notice, rather schedule is to be announced tomorrow.
Hmm.
When the Prime Minister is in Hyderabad and BJP leaders from the last 1.5 years have been giving statements that we will be arresting you. How come they know it? Even
Shekhar
before-
Iyer, I want to involve you over here on this point. Who's on the back foot with the BRS? With the BRS politicians joining the BJP in the past few days, I want to know from you what is your view on who's on the back foot and who's on the front foot here. There's already the sort of panic in the BRS cadres after we've seen a great number of BRS leaders being announced in the BJP candidate list from Telangana.
Yeah, that's on the political side. But we must remember last October, when Manish Sisodia's bail was rejected, the Supreme Court bench hearing the case had noted that there is indeed a money trail to the tune of 338 crores. That was a very, very serious observation. And so therefore, I think the difficulty that Manish Sisodia or Sanjay Singh are having in getting bail shows that the ED has managed to produce some evidence before the apex court and also before the courts handling this case that the matter is indeed serious. Now, the detention of Kavita and bringing her here is to take the case forward, because the whole thing is about that these things were settled by these top leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party, including Arvind Kejriwal and Kavita. See, ultimately the story is now moving towards the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who apparently took the advice of Hemant Soren. Just don't bother about the ED summons. Now finally Hemant Soren is inside. Now today Arvind Kejriwal tried to get relief regarding the Delhi court summons regarding this not responding to the ED summons. Now looks like, Akansha, things are moving in this particular case. What's happening on the ground regarding the BRS, Congress and the BJP ahead of the Lok Sabha elections is a different ball game.
Right.
But this particular thing, in fact,
No.
the allegation against the central government then was they had helped the BRS
Can I
by
comment?
All right.
action on
All right.
Kavita ahead of the Telangana
Let
election.
Mr. Reddy, in fact, come up with a rebuttal. Mr. Reddy,
Just
please
1
go
minute.
ahead.
These cases have started, exactly a couple of years back from the day BJP wanted to gain more ground in Telangana state. And now, despite their secret pact with Congress party...
But the fact of the
these
matter
allegations-
remains
Let
that
me-
the
let me
BRS
complete.
BRS politicians are jumping ship themselves.
Absolutely
Exactly.
not. I'm saying, despite their secret pact with Congress party...
Absolutely,
after all
yes.
these Can I complete? After the allegations, in assembly elections, BJP could get only 8%, 8 seats.
Oh my
Now,
God.
having seen remote chance of winning Lok Sabha seats in Telangana, exactly they acted exactly a day before the election schedule is announced.
I want to answer this.
Despite many a times Modi ji coming to Telangana state, Amit Shah ji coming to Telangana state, Nadda ji coming to Telangana state, they are not able to find any strong ground. They could
May I
not,
come in, Akansha?
fight us on the ground. And this is what BJP was doing all through these
Mr.
years.
Reddy, if I can quote Network 18's own mega opinion poll, we've already seen a bump as far as the NDA's seat sharing in Telangana is concerned. Well,
They did the same during
we'll
the
see who will have the last laugh. Sanju, if I could bring you in.
Thank you. There are a few names which I forgot. Please, Mr. Reddy, I heard you. There are a few names that I have to mention, taking off from where Shekhar Iyer left. Please understand, Akanksha, that there is one very important man who was an accused and then he turned an approver under section 306 of the CRPC. That is Dinesh Arora of Sri Radha Industries. Then there was a sting operation carried out about a year back against Sunny Marwa of Mahadev Liquor and Amit Arora of Buddy Retail. And in that sting operation, these two men who are accused themselves, they also admitted that yes, there has been lane-dein quid pro quo between the South group held by Arun Ramchandra Pillai, Bachi Babu Gorantla, K Kavita, Abhishek Govinpulli on one side, and Vijay Nair and Samir Mahendru on the other side. So the point I'm making is, you have Dinesh Arora, who has legitimately turned an approver, and his statements while Section 306 of the CRPC will carry a lot of weight in the ongoing investigation on the floor of the Supreme Court when the case comes up for hearing. And don't forget another thing, which nobody seems to be talking of here, is that not once has K Kavita herself denied the fact that she gave a bribe of 200 crore. Not once has she denied that, yes, she took a 32.5% stake in Indo-Spirit. Not once has she denied that she met up with Samir Mahendu.
Mr. Reddy, that is exactly the reason why we are having this debate, and more importantly so, which is why the arrest today has happened. It was only imminent after the ED conducted those raids for 4 to 5 hours. That arrest was in fact made imminent. Right.
See, while I don't want this trial to happen in a TV studio, I want to say, where is the 200 crores?
She
Who have
has
found it?
invested that.
Where is the money?
Via a bribe.
I am sure even if she is innocent, Mr. Reddy, if she is innocent, that's the question she'll be answering herself. She'd want to answer it as soon as possible. Don't you think so?
That's what I'm trying. There is no clear evidence in this case.
Then why object? Then why object the arrest? Let her go. Have those confrontations.
Do you think that we should not be objecting to
whether
arrest?
it is an Arun
Can I come in for just a
or
second?
Vijay? Yes, of course. Mohan, please go ahead.
Right.
Mohan wants to make a point.
Yes.
Mohan,
Can I just make?
let Mohan make a point. Mohan, please.
You expect us not to question the
Can I
arrest?
please just come in for
Mr.
1
Reddy,
second?
let Mohan.
I want to make a point here, which is under Section 45 of the PMLA. The only way a person can get bail is that if the court is convinced that they are not guilty and will not repeat the offense. Now, the only way for a court to be convinced of that is to have a full trial. So, frankly, even though it's sort of against the principles of natural justice, you can almost never get bail in a case under the PMLA. And that is the problem, because I've heard a lot of the conversation here, Sanju has been very eloquently listing out the case. It kind of sounds like she's already decided and investigated and she's ready to hand out her verdict, even though it's sub judice. I would say that just because someone hasn't gotten bail in a PMLA case doesn't mean that they're guilty, or doesn't mean that there's enough evidence that they would be convicted in a trial.
No, that is something that we've made amply clear. In fact, I'll have to wrap up this entire discussion because I'm running short of time. Many thanks to you, Sanju, and all the gentlemen here on this discussion. Thank you for giving your precious time to CNN News 18. In fact, Sanju will also be joining us on the next debate. And with that, in fact, let's also shift focus over to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's southern push. Today, Prime Minister Modi has campaigned in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Telangana, holding roadshows and public meetings as the Lok Sabha election approaches. The BJP is also increasing its outreach in the southern states, where the party is hoping to make major inroads. Clearly, the south is neither invincible nor impenetrable for the BJP-led NDA, but it does offer some challenges that are of a different kind when compared to the Hindi heartland. Ever since 2014, when the BJP came to power at the centre, the party has unleashed an aggressive campaign at multiple levels to win over the rest of the south. While it is hard to predict when the BJP could emerge to become electorally hegemonic in the south, it is showing great determination to mobilize voters in every southern state. But is that enough? This begs the question tonight on Modi's southern push. Can he expand the saffron footprint? And before we bring in our guests,
इनके मन में हमारा देश, हमारी संस्कृति, इन सब बातों के लिए कितनी नफरत है। ये लोग तमिल संस्कृति को नष्ट करना चाहते हैं। एलडीएफ, यूडीएफ दोनों लड़ने का दिखावा तो कर रहे हैं, लेकिन दिल्ली जाकर एक दूसरे को गले मिल जाते हैं।
It's our opinion poll, but I know the ground reality. I think it'll be a total clean sweep. I think we'll win 39+1.
Before we open the floor to our guests, let's also look at the projections via the News18 Mega Opinion Poll as compared to the NDA's performance back in the year 2019. Let's first focus on the state of Tamil Nadu. Well, 2019 elections, NDA in fact stood there with 0 seats and 4% vote share. But the Mega Opinion Poll for 2024 has now put the NDA at 5 seats and a 13% vote share. And that is, of course, a rise of 9%. Well, NDA is expected to open its account now. In Kerala, back in 2019, the NDA had again 0 seats, but a 15% vote share. Now, the Mega Opinion Poll has put the NDA at 2 with an 18% vote share. And that is a rise of 3%. Again, expect the NDA to open its account finally in the state of Kerala. As far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, the 2019 elections found NDA securing 3 seats and a 47% vote share. As per the Mega Opinion Poll, NDA is projected to get 18 seats. That's also a mega bump up for the NDA with a 50% vote share and a rise of 3%. Let's look at Telangana, the 2019 elections. The BJP won 4 seats with a vote share of 19%. As per the Mega Opinion Poll, it will clinch 8 seats and a vote share of 28% with a rise of 9%. And with that, let me now come to our guests today. Sanju Verma continues to stay with us. She's the national spokesperson of the BJP. Shekhar Iyer is a senior journalist. He's also with us. SAS Hafizullah is the spokesperson DMK. And Mr. Mohan Kumar Mangalam, who's a spokesperson for the Congress Party, also continues to stay with us. Thank you so much for being with us today. Sanju, again, the big question is, can the BJP afford a tri-cornered contest as far as the southern states are concerned? Will it be advantage BJP NDA or will it be a disadvantage, because you're also seeing the Congress get in a direct fight with the regional satras?
You know, Akanksha, I was there with your colleagues yesterday when you people were, giving out numbers. And first and foremost, I have to tell you, I'm thrilled that News18 survey is giving us 350 standalone and for the NDA 411. तो अब की बार 400 पार नहीं, अब की बार तो 411 का टारगेट रख दिया है हमारे लिए आप लोगों ने. On a more serious note, I would like to start with a couple of facts. Point number 1, for everybody out there who says that the BJP is decimated in southern India, that's a whole lot of balderdash. Don't forget that the BJP currently has 29 MPs in the Lok Sabha from southern part of India vis-a-vis the Congress, which is at 27. Point number 2, and very interestingly at that, I would like to start with Andhra Pradesh. Don't forget that in Andhra Pradesh, the NDA even in 2019 had a vote share of 47%, but we were curtailed at just a measly 3 seats. Now this time, you guys, for instance, as per your survey, you're giving us a robust 18 seats with a 50% vote share. Now, I will just say this, with no offense to you. I said this yesterday to your colleagues also when we were discussing exactly this particular state. Andhra Pradesh has a history. Of course, it is not an apple-to-apple comparison because last time it was undivided Andhra Pradesh. But be that as it may, the fact is in Andhra Pradesh, Akanksha, beat any election, the moment you cross 49%, the moment you are at 50%, then you will not stop at a tally of 18 seats, which is what the NDA has been given by your survey, for instance. Then it will be a clean sweep. फिर हम 22 या 23 सीटें लेकर ही चुप बैठेंगे, and the other side, the YSRCP will be reduced to 2 or 3 seats. So I think Andhra Pradesh for the BJP will spring a massive surprise like Bengal had done in 2019 when nobody gave us more than 3-4 seats and we ended up
the opinion
with
polls also,
seats.
Yes, the opinion polls also expecting a massive surprise for you in Bengal as well. On that note, let me also bring in Mohan Kumar Mangalam. Mohan, is there something that you'd like to add to that? Because, as far as Kerala is concerned, there's a lot of chaos over there. How do you intend to find order over there with Pinarayi Vijayan also going on to attack your party, saying that any vote going to the Congress party is a vote going to the BJP only because of the turncoats. He's also addressed all those stalwarts whose children, including Padmaja Venugopal and Mr. Antony, have joined the BJP now. And by the way, they were all in full attendance today to welcome Prime Minister in Kerala.
I don't see any chaos. It was the same situation last time. It was Congress versus the left and the BJP didn't matter. same story repeated this time.
Remarkable
the Congress versus the
optimism.
left, and the Congress will. I would say remarkable optimism on your side. I mean, you're giving BJP or rather, I think in BJP, 13% share in Tamil Nadu and 5 seats. I'd really love to see that math. They're not focusing on 3 or 4 seats and hoping to get 13%.
Well, we'd love to get you in touch with our pollster. These are over 500 constituencies.
I have never seen
over a
any
lakh people.
survey that gives
These
someone
interviews have been
13%
conducted.
vote share and 5 seats. I think this is brilliant math. I'd really love to get in touch with your pollsters.
Mohan, we know
Similarly for
it's a
Kerala.
matter of
I'm
days.
just saying.
Yes, you are entitled to your skepticism. It's just a matter of days. But let's come back to Kerala now, Mohan. Let's come back to Kerala.
I already said what I had to about Kerala. BJP isn't an entity in Kerala to even be worried about. It'll be Congress versus the left. We lost 1 seat last time because the sitting MP then did not contest.
And that begs the question, why is the left your ally if you are in a direct contest with them?
They are an ally in Tamil Nadu itself. We don't have to be an ally of the left everywhere. We are number 1 and number 2 in Kerala. Why should we cede any space for an opposition to occupy it? We're in alliance with Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. We're not in Punjab. These rules aren't set in stone.
All right, Sanju, would you like to come back to that? Sanju.
Yes. I would just like to make one very pertinent point. On Kerala, don't forget, Akanksha, that out of the 52 seats which the Congress won in Lok Sabha 2019, and I've been reinforcing this on various debates in the last couple of months, 75% came from Tamil Nadu and Kerala. It's no secret that the Congress did a absolutely stellar job in Kerala in Lok Sabha 2019, getting 1515 seats. But now here's the catch. Come assembly elections 2021 in Kerala, what happened? The Congress's tally fell from 47 to 41 seats, whereas Pinarayi Vijayan and his party, their tally rose from 91 to 99. So if I have to use the Kerala assembly elections of 2021 as the benchmark and not the Lok Sabha elections of 2019 when the Congress did a stellar job, then you already seem to be losing the plot in Kerala. But more importantly, since he mentioned Tamil Nadu as well, please understand this very clearly, Akanksha, that this time the BJP will see majority vote consolidation. Normally, क्या होता है? We see, minority vote consolidation हो रहा है Bengal में. That is why the BJP is suffering. Now, why do I say majority vote consolidation? If you look at the statements by Udayanidhi Stalin, where he said, Sanatan Dharma is equal to dengue, malaria, rabies, and Priyanka Kharge, the son of Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge said, he was not undermining Sanatan Dharma, you see. We are against the caste hierarchy. And your audience needs to know this in 20 seconds. Do you know something? When the DMK and the Congress go to rural Chennai and Vellore, they will ask for votes in the name of Dalits because Dalits are sizable there. When they go to the Kongu region, they will ask for votes in the names of the founder backward caste. And when they go to Western Tamil Nadu, they go to Salem, they go to Viluppuram, they will ask for votes in the names of the Vaniyar community. So who's propagating caste hierarchy in Tamil Nadu? It is the DMK itself.
And that is why I would like to bring in Mr. Hafizullah, who's been very patiently awaiting his turn. Mr. Hafizullah, apart from coming back to whatever Sanju has said, I also want you to react to what was Prime Minister Modi's attack today. He made some very scathing attacks against the DMK today. He's called your party and the Congress a party of scams, corruption riddle. He's also said that your party is anti-women because when the women's bill was being introduced in the parliament, your party did not support. He's also talked about the kind of development that has been brought in by the government at the centre. How do you react to the kind of attack that we've seen come in your own state against your state government?
It is absolutely laughable because it is our government in the country, it is our state government in the country first gave the promise of 1,000 rupees per woman every family. So we brought it. So how can you call us anti-women? We are giving women scholarship, students studying from government
then
schools.
Then why not support the bill in the parliament?
See, it is not the discretion of BJP to decide what is anti-women and what is pro-women. Okay, I think I should get
that's a question I'm posing, not the BJP.
No, you can put your question, but see, if this is not pro-women, what is pro-women? We certainly have different views when it comes to pro-women. It is you cannot decide or BJP cannot decide. We are going for a real development of women. We can see how much we have done for the states of women. Women contribute to the major labor force in Tamil Nadu.
All right, let's quickly talk about the caste dynamics over there. You heard the allegation come in from the BJP spokesperson.
That is absolutely...
The Prime Minister has also referred to your state blocking the live streaming of the consecration of the Ram Mandir.
Exactly.
Is that not going to backfire?
That everything is a well-planned lie. You can come, you ask your journalists, see how many temples there were live streaming, it was covered. There was a law and order situation in the places where there was a law and order situation.
No.
That is where it was stopped. I'll come back to the seats. No, Sanju Verma, have some patience. I was patiently listening to you.
You are not moderating the debate. Stop lecturing me. Stop lecturing me. You are not the anchor.
All right, Sanju, let him finish. Okay,
Who the hell are you to lecture me? Who the hell are you to lecture me?
Mr. Hafizullah, pause. Mr. Hafizullah, pause. Sanju. All right, let him finish. Let him finish. Hafizullah, you have another 15 seconds. Please finish. I need to go over to Mr. Iyer as well.
No. See, I mean, I should point out the disparity. Even you are showing the disparity between the party from the south and the National Party. Sanju Verma gets complete 3 minutes to talk.
No, please go ahead.
1 minute.
Please go ahead. I'm giving you a minute. I'm giving. Sanju, please hold on. Sanju, Mr. Hafizullah, please finish what you're saying. Focus on what you have to say.
Yeah, I will tell you what I have to say. See, your poll arithmetic, as Mohan Kumar Mangalam said, is very doubtful. Where you give 5 seats for an alliance which get 13% of vote, and 17% with the ADMK gets 0 seats. I wonder how can you derive to such a math where
4 seats to the ADMK.
more number of
Your point has given 4 seats to the ADMK, Akansha. He's lying.
Why is she talking over it and why are you allowing her?
Sanju, let him finish. Sanju, I will come to you. Mr. Hafizullah, please finish what you're saying.
Okay.
No, and to correct you, it's not that your party is not getting seats. We're also looking at the BJP capitalizing on an anti-DMK, anti-AIA-DMK alliance. That is what's backfiring for you. Let me put it on record. I'm giving you the rationale.
No backfire. I am giving you an open challenge. I am giving an open challenge on the day when the results come.
Right. Well, the EC is announcing the dates tomorrow. Yes. The EC is announcing dates tomorrow. It will be crystal clear. It's a matter of time.
Yeah. It's a matter of time. I know that. You know that. Everybody know. But I'm telling this to you. We'll have a debate. 39 seats in Tamil Nadu are with the DMK alliance. BJP is getting 0 seats. Time and again, this hype of BJP growing is a myth that will be proven. And this is not optimism. This is a real fact in the ground. And coming to the caste, we do not have votes in the name of caste. Somebody sitting in Delhi and just passing comment, Tamil Nadu will not appreciate it. Dravidian history is anti-caste. It is an inclusive social justice we have been talking. BJP can sit there and comment on it, but that's not the truth.
No. Can I come in here?
All right, Sanju, please go ahead and let Sanju come up. Since you spoke about the party in the national capital, let her have a word.
You know, Akansha, what is common to T.R. Balu, EVS Velu, who's a cabinet minister in the Stalin government, Udayanidhi Stalin, what is common to Senthil Kumar, Senthil Balaji? All these people, over a period of time, somebody is a cabinet minister, somebody is an MP, somebody is an MLA, what have they said? They have undermined the credibility of North India by calling us Gaumutra states, by saying that, अरे ये बिहार उत्तर प्रदेश वाले तो सिर्फ गोलगप्पे बेचते हैं, they are only good for becoming hawkers and street vendors. And I think whether it is a citizen in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala, in Punjab or UP, there is one thing which voters don't like. That is when you undermine the credibility of the Indian state and its nationalist ethos. Point number 1. Point number 2. Do you remember October 2022? There was the infamous Coimbatore blast, and who was responsible? It was a radicalized ISIS handler called Jamesha Mubin, and the blast happened outside the Kottai Ishwaran temple. And what did Stalin say? Hua to hua. Then in April 2023, There was,
This
please
is a
keep
lie.
quiet, I
This
did
is
not
a
heckle
lie.
you.
This is a lie.
Akansha, can you
This
just
is a
take
lie.
me on air?
All right,
You
all right.
Can you just take
No,
me
no,
on
no,
air?
but Sanju,
Our CM did not say
the big
anything like
question that, you know, the opposition
This
is
is
using
a
against the
lie.
BJP.
Prove
Sanju,
where
there's a
CM
question.
has said
No,
like
Ms.
that.
Hafizullah, please, I would request you
Can I
to
finish?
keep your
She is
volume down.
passing the blame in front of
Sanju,
the chief minister.
Sanju, the question that the opposition also is saying that why is the BJP without an ally at the moment?
Okay. Akansha, I will just come to your question in 10 seconds. When the Kunur Express, incident happened in April 2023, there was a man called Shahrukh Saifi. He was arrested from Maharashtra. He wanted to blow up the Kunur Express. What did the Congress top brass and the DMK say? Because they are hand in glove, they are allies supposedly. Hua to hua. Now the Rameshwaram cafe blast, the key accused is Mohammed Shabir. And again the Congress and the DMK leaders are saying, hua to hua. So no Indian sane voter likes a party which mollycoddles terrorists and terror sympathizers. But coming to Akanksha's very important question on alliance. Tell me, Akanksha, in the 2021 assembly elections, how many seats are there in Tamil Nadu Vidhan Sabha? 234. How many did the DMK give to the Congress? The Congress said, "Arey, humko at least 50 या 60 seateं दे दो." The DMK gave the Congress only 25 seats, which means only 10.68% of the total assembly seats were given by Big Brother DMK to the Congress to contest, and even from those 25,
I want to quickly touch on Kerala, Sanju, and the major accusation that comes is, how can a party which shows or displays itself as the face of Hindutva make an outreach to the minorities of Kerala, whether it is the Muslims or the Christians? Sanju, that is a question I want you to answer.
Akanksha, I lost you. Could you please come again?
The big accusation that's coming in from the opposition, especially in Kerala, the left is saying that how can a party which proclaims itself to be the messiah for Hindutva make an outreach to the minority communities, whether it is the Christians or the Muslims of Kerala?
First and foremost, we said कि राम मंदिर बनाएंगे, and people who said तारीख बताओ, हमने तारीख भी बता दी, Jan 22nd 2024 को consecration ceremony प्राण प्रतिष्ठा हो भी गई. So we always deliver on our promises. Modi ji marries grand ambition with seamless execution. But coming to this appeasement card which has been leveled against us, I want to say BJP's stated policy is justice for all, appeasement of none, and I'll tell you why this is not a homily or a platitude. Because for the longest time in the last 10 years under Narendra Modi ji's aegis, 31% of PM Awas Yojana has gone to minorities, particularly Muslims. 33% of PM Kisan Yojana has gone to minorities, particularly Muslims. 36% of PM Ujjwala Yojana has gone to minorities, particularly Muslims. 37% of Mudra Yojana has gone to minorities, particularly Muslims. And as we speak now, 10 crore minority students have been given access to secondary or higher education by way of scholarship at a cost of more than 38,000 crore. So you can never accuse the BJP of being appeasement oriented.
All right, Sanju, I want Mr. Shekhar Iyer to have the last word since he's been very patiently awaiting his turn as well. Mr. Iyer, I'd like your closing thoughts on how the Prime Minister can let Vikas do the talking over appeasement politics, especially when it comes to these southern states.
Yeah. Akansha, in Tamil Nadu as well as in Kerala, the Prime Minister campaign has been rather different from what we are seeing in the north. The Prime Minister has been talking about the schemes that his government has rolled out in the last 5 years, about the kind of vision that his government has for the next 5 years. And also the fact is, whether BJP is a serious threat, is it a serious threat to the DMK Congress combined? I can tell you one thing. The DMK and the Congress may be exuding a lot of confidence that they are going to repeat the 2019 performance. In 2019, the DMK was in the opposition.
All right.
Today it's a ruling party. So there are anti-incumbency issues. Those involve a lot of corruption in the state, which affects even the common man.
Right.
And that the new angle of drugs, drugs involving
Absolutely.
some of
Will the
ruling party
BJP
members.
be
There
able
are
to,
so
in
many
fact,
issues which are
capitalize on
affecting
those corruption-riddled issues as far as the southern states is concerned? In fact, if Prime Minister is talking about 400 Par, it cannot happen without the support of the southern states. On that note, I'd like to close in this discussion. Many thanks to all our esteemed panelists. And before I call it a quick wrap, here's a reminder as well. The Rising Bharat Summit 2024 from the News 18 network is a showcase of India's boundless potential, as well as the celebration of its significant achievements over 2 days on 19th and 20th of March. Prominent leaders and change makers will brainstorm the present and crystal gaze into the future. Do not miss the Rising Bharat Summit. Thank you so much for watching.
Bharat is rising.
अब भारत की विकास यात्रा रुकने वाली नहीं है.
Watch PM Modi share his thoughts on India's emergence as a global power at this year's Rising Bharat Summit. Dream Sports presents News 18 Rising Bharat Summit in partnership with Hindustan Times, 19th and 20th March.
Presented by
It's time to get some perspective on this runaway victory for the NDA, ladies and gentlemen. The News 18 mega opinion poll conducted over 518 Lok Sabha constituencies with more than 118,000 respondents on personal interviews showed that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi led NDA raced to a massive 411 mandate. For these interviews and this survey, the most comprehensive, exhaustive survey conducted in February 2024. With 2-3 months still to go when the interviews were conducted, this was the mood of Bharat. Bharat ke Janta ke Man ki Baat was influenced by a lot of factors. Let's try and understand those factors, but also appreciate that in its third term, the BJP is actually trying to score a number which would have never thought, its founding fathers would have never thought more than 4 or 5 decades ago, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try and look at the breakup. The breakup shows a massive uptake in the number of seats for the BJP, 25 seats plus in the south, 15 seats in Uttar Pradesh itself, overall a 57 seat gain if you were to see. The BJP touching the number of 350, they were 303 the last time around, its allies taking 61 seats, overall 411 seats, the Congress falling short of 50 seats, so less than the last time around, the allies taking 56, and the INDI alliance or the opposition overall, there are some others also in this mix, but overall 105 seats, the opposition looking weaker as Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the NDA actually roll on, steamroll them into power, into their third term. Perhaps the most comprehensive victory in a long time in Bharat's political history. The question, and perhaps let's try and understand some of those questions that were asked through the course of this survey. Computer-aided personal interviews, at least 15 minutes is the average time of the interview. So many questions, many grounds were covered to understand the mood. One of the questions that was asked is, who's the most capable as the next Prime Minister? Who is the most capable as the next Prime Minister? And look at the numbers that Prime Minister Narendra Modi returns. Nearly 10 years in power and he's still enjoying about 60% of the confidence of the voter. 60% of the confidence of the respondents. 210 respondents in every Lok Sabha constituency have contributed to this News 18 mega opinion poll. 518 Lok Sabha constituencies covered, 95%, 21 states, 59% is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Rahul Gandhi at 21%, Mamata Banerjee and Arvind Kejriwal at 9% each. They both together cannot match Rahul Gandhi. All three put together fall short of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. That's how the story is right now. The next question. Modi versus Rahul, because largely that's how the fight is seen. The others are regional satraps. Rahul Gandhi is the leader of the INDI alliance or the face of the INDI alliance. Modi versus Rahul, who is a better leader on various benchmarks? Let's look at that. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's best score is on the first factor, that is honesty. He is seen as the most honest or the far more honest. 27% to Rahul Gandhi, 73% to Prime Minister Modi. Hardworking, again near about 70%. Cares about people, 70% plus. Is a strong leader, 67%. Has a vision for Bharat, again near 70%. That's an overwhelming confidence and belief in the Prime Minister's vision, his hard work, his empathy or karuna for the people when he says, Pura Bharat mera parivar hai, that's resonating on ground. And integrity, honesty, despite criticism coming the BJP's way that they are co-opting a lot of leaders who perhaps they have been alleged to be tainted by the BJP itself, by the Prime Minister himself. But the Prime Minister's honesty is not under question at all. His integrity is not under question at all. The next question, will you vote for the BJP because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi regardless of the candidate? This is what was of the BJP voter. A BJP supporter was asked, irrespective of who the candidate is, in the Lok Sabha elections, aapka vote kya Modi ko hai? Every vote that you put comes to me is what the Prime Minister says. 85% of the respondents say yes. They are saying yes. 11% say no. 4% say are sitting on the fence. Really, is the candidate not going to matter to me? But 85% overwhelmingly, BJP voters are saying this vote is for Modi. He's the captain, he's setting the team, he's taking the country forward, he's got a vision, he's honest, he cares for us, we'll vote for him. The next question, Narendra Modi on employment. What are the approval ratings for Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Let's try and understand all of the benchmarks. Increase in employment opportunities. Has he given you more? Has he created more employment opportunities? This is opinion. News18 mega opinion poll. Opinion. 58% say yes. Who's going to give you more employment? 20% for Rahul Gandhi, 11% for Mamata Banerjee, 11% for Arvind Kejriwal. So these people put together don't aggregate up to Prime Minister Narendra Modi also. That's not happening. He's nearly 60% there. Has he been able to control inflation? Contrary to what the opposition says, 59% are saying yes, he's been able to control inflation. Even as the latest numbers show, it's dropped further the inflation rate to 5.1%, ladies and gentlemen. Economic growth. Look at the confidence in Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the economy or the Vikas narrative, the Vikas objective, the Viksit Bharat aspect. Let's move on to the economic growth. And there, has Prime Minister Narendra Modi given you economic growth? Who do you trust in terms of economic growth? Let's move to that if we can. Yeah, boost economic growth. 62%. 62% believe he is the one who can take Bharat forward, deliver on economic growth. Look at the confidence of Mamata Banerjee, 10%. On Arvind Kejriwal, 6%. Rahul Gandhi close to his approval rating of 21%, 22%. Communal harmony. Modi is communal, Modi is divisive, Modi is the one and the BJP is the one that's dividing the country. Look at this number, 60% says that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and under his leadership, there has been the trust factor to improve communal harmony. Who do you trust to improve communal harmony? It's 60% saying PM Modi. Big statement by the respondents. 25% on Rahul Gandhi, 9% on Mamata Banerjee, only 6% say Arvind Kejriwal that we trust him to improve communal harmony. So the Delhi riots resonate in the mind of the people across the country. What's happening in Bengal resonating across in the mind of the people of the country.
Hello, Namaskar. This is First Post and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. India is in election mode. By this time tomorrow, the date should be out and election funding has become a major issue here. Fresh data has been revealed. This is related to electoral bonds. It shows who gave money to which party and how much. There's a lot of chatter about it. We'll bring you